Welcome to our reflection on this Tuesday in the first week of Lent. If you remember, just a couple days ago, on the first Sunday of Lent, we heard about Noah and the covenant that God made with him, a covenant that extended to the whole world, promising that never again would the world, would all of creation, be visited with destruction, be visited with the effects of man's disobedience. And today, we see a deepening of that teaching in the reading that we have from the book of the prophet Isaiah, where the prophet Isaiah, in these two short verses, talks about how God will send his word down upon the earth, and that word will then spring up and bring great fruit. The prophet Isaiah uses the metaphor of water descending from the heavens, and then all sorts of crops growing from the dead earth. And for us, in this season of Lent, when we're called to meditate upon the way that we can be more fruitful to God, the way that the parched earth of our soul can bring new life, this reading gives us hope, because we know that Jesus brings us the reality of God, that Jesus, the Word made flesh, brings the seeds of his presence throughout all of the world and into our souls, showing us how, if the soil of our heart is prepared, if we are thirsty for who God is, then we will be lifted up and brought to new life. We will be able to draw others into the life that God is calling us to experience. That's why this period of Lent is so important, because we get to know that area of our life that needs God's grace, that area of our life where we need the seeds of the Word to enter into our heart, and then, by following the will of God, to truly begin to see how we can bear fruit in everything that we do. Bear fruit in such a way that everything points towards the reality of the cross, and that our tree of life is what brings salvation to the whole world, brings salvation to all of us who, in the midst of our difficulties, may feel like we're so far away from God. And yet God has promised us, just as he promised Noah, that he would never visit destruction upon his creation. No, rather, he wants to unite us all in a renewed earth, in a renewed life, able to stand equal with one another, enjoying the presence of God.